Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tolentino here. All right, so I've got a live interview for you, but it's not going to be about merch by Amazon or about Amazon FBA, but it is still in the realm of Amazon. So I'm going to be interviewing Dave Espino, and before I do that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Auret's dad who painted this awesome zebra painting.
Wow.
And he just painted it, and he got the inspiration from this pillow. So you can see that it like matches the same, and I told him that I'd give a shout out to him because I'm in his living room right now. So yeah, quick shout out to you, Dr. Eslin. Amazing painting. All right, so we're going to be talking with Dave Espino, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I first found out about it when I met Dave in San Francisco last year at the Udemy Live conference. And he was talking about how he was making a course about how to put digital products on Amazon. And I immediately thought, okay, so like ebooks, Kindle books, that type of thing, music. And he said, no, you can put your own courses. And then I got really interested and intrigued. And I said to him, as soon as you finish this course, please let me know because I would love to know about that because we all know that Amazon has amazing organic traffic, and we see this with doing merch. Like we don't do any paid advertising on merch. And, with doing Amazon FBA in both Canada and the US, like I love Amazon. So I'm going to pass it off over to you, Dave. Let people know who you are. And then we'll get into talking about this hidden revenue exposed.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me on the broadcast. I appreciate it. And right when this started, I get a phone call. Scam likely. Should I answer this? It says scam likely.
That's awesome.
So anyway, thank you so much for having me on this broadcast. It's great to be back again. It was awesome when you guys interviewed me for the Merch by Amazon, topics. And I'm very excited about this because what we're talking about here is an opportunity to publish really any digital product on Amazon. Like Amazon's known for physical products. You can buy anything on Amazon, have it shipped to your door, in a day or two. It's amazing. It's totally convenient. I just saw something about Amazon's just going through the roof with their stock price, their stock values going like crazy. And so it is really dominating retail. But I found a kind of a really cool way to publish digital products on Amazon that is not Kindle, Amazon Video Direct, which is a way for you to go on the Amazon Prime, TV app. You can have your stuff on TV. And by the way, which takes a lot of work to do. This is a much more simple way to get, if you have online courses, if you have a PDF that you want to sell, but you don't want to sell it in the Kindle marketplace, you want to sell a PDF for maybe a lot more money than you would a Kindle book, like maybe 20, 50 bucks. A video course, if you have stock footage, stock photos, stock audio, music, I mean, any kind of digital product, you just like wrap your mind around it, software, any kind of digital product you can now sell on Amazon using this particular strategy that I'm very proud to say through a lot of trial and error and a lot of different problem solving, I figured it out. And I was so excited when it worked, when it actually worked the first time. I rarely get super excited about anything, but this was really exciting.
Awesome.
So yeah, so that's what this is about, and I'd be happy to answer your questions or the audience's questions about some of the specifics. I can't give all the specifics, of course, but some of the specifics of the product.
Sure. Okay. Before we get into that, just going to pause. Auret said that there's a lot of echo. Are you guys? Is that getting better? Because I moved the microphone closer now. Hopefully that gets rid of the echo. And Auret is behind the scenes, so if you guys have any questions, please put them down in the comment section below. Like I said, this is going to be like a live thing. I wanted to bring this interview to you guys, bring Dave on here so that you can ask questions directly, because I'm really excited about this. When I watched, I actually personally already took this course. I watched the whole thing. I wanted to make sure it was legit for you guys because I don't like sharing things that I don't use and that I don't stand by. I don't like that kind of thing, and I wouldn't want that to be shown to me. So I went through it and I was like, whoa, I swore and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Because like I found out about Amazon Video Direct and I was looking into that, but like you said, it's hard. Like there's a lot more, it's a little bit crazier in terms of uploading. There's a lot of like specifications and it's really techy and I didn't like it and I looked into it, but we actually never followed through with it because I said, no, this isn't for us because I really didn't like that model. Amazon Video Direct, what's it called?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. So I really wasn't into that. So when you brought this up, I was like, okay, now I'm back interested with putting courses on Amazon. So I have a couple questions here, and if the questions come in, Auret is going to send them to me. First thing, is this legal with your Amazon account? Is this going to get you shut down?
Completely legal, ethical, completely. What's interesting is that it hasn't really been put out there by anyone. It's the best way I can describe this is it's a legal, ethical loophole within the Amazon environment where you can actually publish your digital products. So not only have I published about 14 courses so far, I have another, I don't know, 30 some to go, but a whole bunch of people, we've had about 800 plus people buy this course already, and they're publishing their stuff on Amazon. So everything that we publish when we do this gets through an Amazon review process. So if it weren't legal or whatnot, it would not get through that Amazon review process. So typically within 1 to 3 days, your course or your digital product is published. It goes live on Amazon with its own ASIN, with its own product listing, just like any other product on Amazon. And it shows up right next to all the other search results when people type in the keywords that are related to your particular, digital product. So yes, completely legal, completely ethical, and Amazon is approving it.
Cool. And how did you find out about this? Because not many people are talking about it. I've not heard of any other course or anyone even mentioning this.
This is kind of the fun story I like to tell because I'm all about online courses. I have published 46 online courses on Udemy and more outside of Udemy. And I love digital products because, in my opinion, they're the world's perfect business. You have unlimited inventory of your digital product, 100% profit margin. You don't have to invest in inventory, right? You can sell as many of those as you want. Now it becomes a question of just being a good marketer and selling. So I'm all about the online course world. I've created a lot of courses. And so what I did, that some of these big companies like Facebook or Amazon or Google were going to get into the online course space. So what I did was I set up a Google alert for the words Amazon online learning or Amazon education or Amazon online course. And these Google alerts will alert me anytime something like that pops up on the internet, right, on Google. So one day I got this alert, and it said it was one of those Amazon online learning ones. And I noticed that somebody in there had a course about how to sell on eBay. I go, wait a minute, this doesn't exist. You can't sell online courses on Amazon. How did this person get this? I went, clicked through, I saw that it was an online course, and all these, bells were ringing in my head, like, how the heck did this guy do this? So I started doing a bunch of research, and in my research, I found out that Amazon had launched a beta program in 2013 for online courses. But
in 2013?
In 2013, but they never followed through with it. So there was just this small little segment in Amazon that has online courses. It has probably, I don't know, 10 maybe providers of online courses, 10 companies, and each of those companies maybe has 5 or 10 courses. And that's it. That's all that existed on Amazon, prior to this. And I'm like, okay, how did they do this? So I researched. I emailed about 5 or 6 different Amazon departments, pointing them to that link, said, how do they do this? I want to do the same thing, basically. And I didn't hear anything from any Amazon department for about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And then one day I'm just going about my business and I get an email from one of these Amazon departments. And this lady had done some research and she said, this is where you go to list your course. And all she did was give me a link. Okay. I had to figure out all the rest of the steps, because there's no instruction manual, there's no guidelines, So I go to that link and I start doing more research. Like, how does this work? How can I make it work? As I started doing the research, I was like, okay, you actually sell, I'm going to give a little bit of it away here. You actually sell an activation code on Amazon, but Amazon doesn't host your course. So I was like, all right, how do I do that? How do I, and so that was another step in putting these puzzle pieces together to be able to figure it out. So long story short, I ran a few different tests. I tested a few different things, and I was expecting an email from Amazon saying your course is published. But I found out later that they don't send you an email when your course is published. They only send you an email when there's a problem with your listing. So I was in the dashboard and I saw, oh shoot, my course is published. It's live. So I went and saw it. I went to the site. I saw it. There it is. It's live. $47. Boom. How the heck? I was just so amazed that it actually all worked. So then I went to town publishing 3 or 4 of my courses to make sure, okay, it's not a fluke. Let's make sure it works. Because before I go and launch this product to the world, I want to know, I want everyone to know I've tested this out. It's not just one fluky thing that happened. And so I got those approved and started selling some of the courses on Amazon. And I was like, this is awesome. So I was like, I got to create a course about this. And that's the story. It was just so many kind of twists and turns and problem solving that I had to do. And you had that reaction, Jewel, when you were listening to the course. You're like, this is amazing. How did you put all these things together, to
like it's like, the way you put it together was very simple, but it's not like a known, like it's not like a program that Amazon has released, like Video Direct or Merch by Amazon, where it's like that, but it's still a simple process. So yeah, when you were talking about it, I was like, seriously, how did you figure this out? Because it's amazing that you even put it as a course, and I'm sure a lot of people are very thankful that you did that.
It's been amazing, and it's been also amazing to actually get organic sales on Amazon of my courses. The other day I got a $67 sale, and one of the benefits of this is that you have that added credibility that your online course is on Amazon. There's a lot of credibility to the Amazon name, and so that is awesome. And now we're working on a follow-up that's going to help us to optimize the listings and drive some paid traffic and that kind of thing. So that's kind of the next step as we go through this process.
All right, so I got a couple of questions here. Is this available for Prime members, and how? So it's digital, so they receive it instantly, don't they?
Yeah, they receive it instantly. So Prime does not apply here in terms of shipping, or anything like that. They receive the access to the course instantly. And yeah, that's how it works. And it's through an approved program. It's just we found a cool way to use this approved program as an ethical loophole to make it work.
All right. So what do you need to get started? Like how would people utilize this?
Well, really all you need is a digital product. Now, a digital product might sound intimidating, but really it could be as simple as you write up a guide or recipes or something on a Word document, save it as a PDF, and that's your digital product. Okay, it could be that simple. You could have a series, like some people do cheat sheets, where they'll put a bunch of links and resources about a particular topic. And they'll put all these links and resources, and they'll mention this and how easy that is and blah, blah, blah. And that little cheat sheet can be a PDF that you save, and now you have a digital product to sell. It could be as easy as something like what we're doing right now, Jewel, where we're doing an interview, you're recording the interview, and you, boom, that's a digital product. You know, if the interview has good enough quality information in it that people would pay for, that's a digital product. So I'm giving you some of the lower hanging fruit of digital products, but what I'm using it for is all my existing online courses that I've already published on other platforms. Now I get to publish them on Amazon, and I get to charge more for them because they're on Amazon. So you name it. I mean, if it's digital, you can sell it using this particular process. You can sell digital music, digital stock footage, stock photography, recipes, you name it. You could sell it if it's digital.
Yeah, like if you can create something that is going to help someone, that's going to solve a problem, and you can put it on either video, audio, text, like written in PDF, and package it up, you can use this as a platform. It's really like, I mean, the ideas are limitless, and obviously we are course creators, so we are going to be putting like our courses. But I'm also thinking about what are some other smaller things that I can put up as well that are really, that I already have knowledge on, because everyone has knowledge on different subjects that not everyone knows about. There's certain things in your life that you really know about and that you're really good at, that not everyone else knows. So
right.
So you can actually put that on, like, sorry, I interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, no, that just brings to mind, we were talking about this just before the live came on, is one of my students, she has a course on how to use Facebook, which, to us, we live on the internet. We figure everybody knows how to use Facebook, but apparently not, right? So she has this course on the beginners, on, basics of how to use Facebook, for those who have never used Facebook before. She made a sale in her first 48 hours on Amazon of this course, $59 sale. And I'm like, wow, the courses we could make if we thought more like our audience, or like a audience, like it would have never entered my mind to make a course like that. But she did it, made a sale already, and she's already moving on towards making more sales. So, you could do just about anything if you just set your mind to what is a need out there in the marketplace, what are people interested in, and what would sell really well.
That's amazing. What was her previous background? Is she an online teacher as well?
She is an online teacher. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember the specifics of what she does, but I know she sells really high-end courses, like $1,200 courses, and in whatever field that she's in. And this particular, and it might be social media, I don't know, but in this particular case, I think she was using this as that's right. She was using this as a lead-in to one of her more expensive courses on World. And when she brought it to Amazon, the lead-in, by the way, that was free. But now when she brought it to Amazon, she thought, let me just try this and I'll charge $59 for it.
Okay, that's pretty decent, because when you put courses on Udemy, like, you're getting less than that. You're not going to get that amount on there. So
right. It's a lot less.
And if you can, the thing is here is if you can have the same course and you put it there and you put it there and you put it there and it's all generating income, like, that's going to be awesome. Like, for us, we have these courses already. Like, we want to put them in other places as well. And why not get the income for the same, like, you've already done the work for it, so might as well promote it in different places, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're always thinking of how to repurpose our content in different ways. All right, got a couple of other questions here. Do you have to go through any compliance or licensing hurdles?
No, absolutely not. No compliance, no licensing. I would imagine if you're teaching something in the financial world, that's where you would have to deal with whatever regulatory body you deal with. I used to sell mutual funds, securities, retirement plans, things like that, and that's a very highly regulated world. But here we're just talking about publishing courses on Amazon, and so whatever it is that you're teaching about, there's absolutely there's no regulation from that angle. Amazon's not going to look at your course and say, oh, what you're teaching is wrong. They're not judging it based on what you're teaching. They're only judging it based on if it follows the steps that you followed and you did everything correctly in filling out that process, which I teach you in the course.
Yeah, the steps were, I mean, I watched it all in one sitting, actually all in one night. And I was just gonna watch a couple videos initially to see, okay, let's see what this is about. But then I just kept going and going, and before I knew it, it was like 4 a.m. and I had watched the entire thing. It's not a super, super long course. I like your teaching style because it reminds me of our teaching style.
Nice.
It's you don't go too fast. You explain things. You don't use technical jargon, and you don't assume that everyone knows everything. I hate it when I watch a YouTube video and they already assume that you like know half the steps already. I really get annoyed. That's one of the reasons why we started our YouTube channel. Was I was looking up tutorials way back when the Facebook banners were vertical. Do you remember that? Yeah, they were vertical, and I was trying to figure out some pixels or something. I don't know what I was trying to do, but it was back when the Facebook banners were vertical, and that was like it was like on the left-hand side. I can't even fully remember. But I was looking something up, and this tutorial video of someone who had really loud techno rock music and a notepad, and they weren't saying anything, and they were typing out the instructions. And it was this techno really loud, and I could not find a good proper tutorial on this. And I vowed that when I learned how to do this, I was going to create a better tutorial, and that's kind of like how our channel started. So I really appreciate when I find a course or something where someone teaches in a way that isn't intimidating, and it's really encouraging, and it's very easy to follow. That's like one of the first things I said to you after I watched it was, wow, I really like your course. I really like the way you teach. Like, I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, one of the goals, I think, if you're an online teacher, one of your goals should be to encourage all along the way. And you wouldn't think that that's part of teaching, but in my opinion, it is. And one of the reasons you want to be so encouraging is you want to keep them going through your course. You want to have them finish your course as much as possible. And I think if you don't add that little bit of push and nudge and encouragement and you can do it kind of attitude, then you'll lose people. And our goal is really to have people complete our courses, and get the result that they want to get. So.
All right. I definitely agree with that. And like, I don't teach just to have a bunch of courses up. I actually teach to actually help people because I don't want to waste people's time. So we got a couple of comments here. So we got a comment here from Robert. He wants to know, okay, like, how can you actually do this? Like, how do you get started?
The easiest way to get started is to go get the course and review it. Really, that's, once you have a digital product, because we talked about the step one is having a digital product. Step two is get the course and review it and walk through it. And it literally walks you step by step, and like Jules said, it doesn't, it just takes you step by step through the process. And literally within 48 hours, 72 hours, you'll have your course published on Amazon or digital product, not just online courses, but your digital product of any kind. And man, I mean, I could probably spend half an hour just talking about the benefits of selling digital products, but it's, in my opinion, it's the ultimate product that you can sell on the internet. There's no other product like it. It's constantly replenishable. You don't have to worry about, inventory and all that kind of thing. And it's just, I swear by it because it gives me a really nice passive income every month that I don't have to worry about working. I don't have to work if I don't want to. And there's nothing like digital products and selling them. So I would encourage, if you're not already selling digital products in general, definitely look into it, and definitely look into it with Amazon, because Amazon's going to bring you that natural traffic already, and that's a big benefit too.
Yeah, so if you guys, I mean, we're going to be talking, like, we're going to be answering questions about the course. If you want to go and check it out right away, like, the link is in the description below. You guys can check that out. But basically, what you need to get started is you need an Amazon account, and you need a digital product, and you need to go through the steps. So it's like, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but they're Like you need to watch the steps and go through them one by one. That's pretty much how you're going to get your course up. And like I said, I'm not into doing things that are crazy hard or confusing. That's why we didn't end up going with Amazon Digital. I'm sure that, it could have been beneficial for us, but I looked into it and I was like, I'm not really interested in this. So that's why we cleared away from that. But this is easier than Amazon Video Direct, if you've heard that before.
Yeah, and by the way, I was one of the first people to do a course on Amazon Video Direct. That was almost 2 years ago. And just to contrast the difference, okay, with Amazon Video Direct, your video itself, your video files have to be a certain specification, certain size, certain file size, and they all have to be closed captioned, which is a whole nother kind of pain.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you have like a 3 or 4 hour video, you have to pay for 3 or 4 hours of closed captioning or create your own. I showed creative ways to create your own. But the other big problem with Amazon Video Direct is you don't get access to the massive Amazon website. You're sequestered over in the entertainment side of Amazon, which is fine because, but that's where people go to watch movies. They go to watch the latest Marvel movie or whatever, and their mindset is not about learning stuff there. Their mindset is about being entertained. So unless you have an entertainment title, and we do have some of our students are comedians, and they posted their comedy acts on there, and they're doing really well. But unless you have an entertainment title, you're not going to do well with like a regular online course on Amazon Video Direct. So it's almost not worth the effort because the payout is so small. It pays based on streaming minutes viewed, and there's 4 different business models, but all 4 of those are just not really good. It's just not as straightforward as if you go here, you put your course up or your digital product, and Amazon shares it with the world, and you don't have to do closed captioning. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. You could put a very simple raw video like this interview here up and sell it. Amazon's not going to judge your video quality or anything like that. So it's 2 completely different worlds, and this particular world is so much better, easier, and quicker to make money with.
Mm-hmm. And to follow up, Robert, you were asking about, are you selling like a code? Yes, you are. So when a customer purchases the course, they will be receiving a code that they will be putting on another like a video streaming platform to access the course. So you're not selling like all of the course and then they get all the videos to download. They will be streaming it off of another third-party site, but it's totally legal, totally legitimate. And it's kind of like they'll be when they're viewing the course, it's kind of like similar to Udemy, where they would have a platform, the videos are all there, lectures, that type of thing. They just bought the code off of Amazon to get access to the platform, and it's smooth, it works well. Have you had any problems with like the codes or anything like that, people streaming?
No problems at all with the codes. Everything works perfectly as long as you follow those steps. Because I have had people contact me. Like I said, we sold almost 900 copies of this course, and so you're going to get all kinds of reactions. But I have had people contact me and say, "Hey, this is not working. Can you tell me why?" And I go look at what they're doing, and they missed, following the directions basically. But as long as you follow directions, you're fine.
Cool. Got another question here. Do I need to know SEO or how to create a course image?
You don't have to know SEO. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to add tags like you would with any Amazon listing. Excuse me. The course image is required, so you are going to have to either create a course image or have one created. I show you both things. I show you how to get your course created. You could really pay somebody on Fiverr $5 to create a course image. I have a designer that does all my design stuff, so I just send it to him and it's easy. But yeah, you could just get one done for $5, or you could. I think I show you in the course a very simple way to get a course image done. So that is one of the things that will be required when you upload, because Amazon has to show something there in the little, in the little product box, and that's your course image.
Cool. Let's see here. Okay, so they're asking, what about if it's just a PDF? Yes, you can sell a PDF, a one-page PDF if you want.
Yep.
Obviously, whenever you're putting stuff online, you want to make sure that you're giving value. So you don't want to just create crap and be like, oh, I can put this on Amazon and just put it up. You obviously always want to be creating value and helping people, because if you get a one-star review, then it's going to mess up your sales. So
Right.
you don't want to be offering like stuff that's not going to actually help people. Yeah, so that's pretty much, there's no limit to how little or how much you can put up. And
yeah, we have courses. I have courses for 27, 47, 67, and 597 on Amazon right now. And each one of those has, its own length of either video or PDFs or whatnot. So yeah, I mean, your mind can kind of go wild with how simple it is, really. If you think about, wow, I can just put a good PDF, a quality PDF, like Jules says, maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 pages, maybe it's 10 pages. You write something up, or you give somebody, the ideal thing is you've helped people solve a problem, right? With your PDF. And it may be something that you have good experience at. And that's how I create all my courses. All my courses are done based on my experience. I don't like to teach anything that I haven't personally done before. I just think that's inauthentic. I think it's kind of scammy, frankly. So if you think about what kind of problems that you can solve with the experience that you've had in life, with the experiences, with the knowledge that you've accumulated, and make a list. I would say just make a list of all the experiences you've had in life and what those experiences taught you, what valuable lessons you learned in those experiences. Maybe you're a baker and you have a recipe that people just love, they'd love to get their hands on. Whatever it is that makes you unique and that makes you special, that people would be willing to pay to solve that problem, make a list of that stuff and get to work just creating a simple PDF or a video. You could literally create a video with the quality of the phones that we have nowadays. I mean, they're amazing quality videos. So it's real simple to create digital products that way.
Yeah, like that's not really, I think the main point here is that how this idea is not really being utilized right now. Like it's fairly underground, and I'm online, I see what's going on and what people are putting courses on. And that's why when he mentioned it to me, I was like, hey, please let me know about this as soon as it comes out. Because it's, like eventually people are going to find out about this and it could get crazy. But I like how it's pretty on the DL right now.
Well, there is a huge benefit to being first in the online world. I mean, there's a huge benefit to building, just like everyone that may know about Amazon, there's a huge benefit to building that early rising status, where you're the one that has all the good reviews, you're the one that has the 5 stars, you're the one who has accumulated a large student following. There's a huge benefit to being first, and especially when it comes to Amazon. I mean, we've seen it time and time again with program after program, like with Merch by Amazon. If you're first there, man, I mean, Daniel, the gentleman who I created a course with, he's been making 6-figure income since his first year on merch. And it's just because he got there first and he saw the opportunity and he went after it like nobody else did. And that's the same opportunity here, I think, is to see the opportunity and just go after it and fully, load up your digital products on Amazon before the crowd comes in, because this really is a moment in time that you can take advantage of.
Yeah. Got another one here. I currently sell on Etsy and Shopify. I guess I was just more curious how the activation code works with a PDF download instead of a streaming product.
Yeah, that's a tough one to answer, because then I'll start giving away some of the secrets.
But it is possible.
It's completely possible, completely, easy to do, and it's all shown in the course, how to do it. So
it can be done: video streaming, audio, PDF, what else?
Software,
If they wanted,
video games. If you have somebody create an app for you, you can sell it on Amazon. I mean, you name it. If it's digital, you can sell it.
okay, so that pretty much covers everything. So if it's digital, we can get it up there.
Yep.
And it works the same way, like with the code, the activation code.
Same exact way. Yep.
So it doesn't matter what they're purchasing, they're going to be receiving an activation code to receive whatever's on the other end. PDF,
Right. Yeah. So the product and the code is sold on Amazon, and the product itself is delivered on another platform. And when they buy the code on Amazon, when they buy the product, which is fine, and Amazon tells them this is an activation code, then as soon as they buy it, they receive an email from Amazon explaining to them, how to redeem the activation code, where to go to redeem it, and then they get access to the product. And then that product can be anything, anything digital.
Cool. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I have some here that I'm pulling up right now. Okay. So Robert's asking, are you aware of the online course system at Vimeo? Do they have an online thing?
I have researched Vimeo. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I found in my research about that, but yeah, I'm aware of that. I just don't know. I don't know if when I researched it, they had online courses per se. I know that they have a program where you can get paid for your content.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I don't know if that's the same program. So yeah, I'd love to hear more about it, Robert. If you want to drop us an email, drop us a link or something.
Cool. Okay. So he said that he used to sell his singing course there, and he said, I bet people are not aware of their course or the episode type of system there.
Yeah, that would be good to know for sure.
Yeah, did that do well? Like, were you able to make a bunch of course sales on Vimeo? I didn't know.
Oh no, I never went through with it. That's why I'm trying to remember what it was that stopped me or why I decided not to go with Vimeo. There was a reason, I'm sure.
Otherwise, you would have done it.
Yeah.
Are you still doing Amazon Video Direct or no?
I have some videos up on Amazon Video Direct, and I have one full course on Amazon Video Direct, and I make a little bit every month from that. But when I saw the numbers that were coming in from those initial tests, I'm like, I don't think I'll devote my time here. It just wasn't worth it. If you have something like an independent film or a documentary, or if you have the rights to something, that was popular, or the rights to even independent movies, documentaries, anything entertainment-wise, then I think Amazon Video Direct is awesome because it's really geared to entertainment, geared to online courses.
So it's kind of like a Netflix type thing where people pay per, like, do they pay like a monthly thing?
Well, yeah, it's actually included when you're a Prime member.
Oh.
Excuse me, there's a little fuzzy floating around. It's actually included when you're a Prime member. Like it's just like Netflix, like I forget what the name of it's just Amazon Video, right? Amazon Video, and you can watch all the movies there. You can rent movies. So yeah, it's part of that, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You can be. I mean, I saw my video on my TV set, through whatever mechanism that is. So it's pretty cool that you can say you're on TV or you're on Amazon TV or whatever that thing is. But it should be entertainment for sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know because the thing that threw me off was closed captioning. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to do this for every single video. Our courses, like we have so many lectures per course, and I was like, no way, I don't want to do this.
Now we found a cool way to get around that and to do that. Just a quick tip for you, Jewel, in case you ever decide to go back and do that is you upload your videos to YouTube, and obviously as a private or a unlisted, and YouTube will automatically do the closed captions. Then you take that SRT file and you transfer it over to Amazon Video Direct, and so then you don't have to pay anybody to create your closed captions.
That's a really good tip.
There is a little, a little hack right there.
How accurate is it though?
Well, you do want to go back through. I've done both things. I've done them just as is and put them in, and it worked. And then I've done it as is, and they came back and said this is inaccurate, and then I went and fixed it, and it worked. So you do want to go in and probably edit. You know, I'm more about my time, you know, and good use of my time. So I'll just throw it in there and hope it works, and then if it doesn't, then I'll fix it.
Crazy. That's a neat tip there. I did not know about.
Yeah, it's really cool because YouTube almost instantly, like within minutes, they have your video closed captioned automatically. So, and you can grab that file and use it.
Yeah, I know that they are moving towards that kind of thing where everything is closed captioning.
Yeah, that's one of those little tips that you find in that course, you know, that we do. Because we're always trying to, whenever I create a course, I'm not only trying to teach you something, but I'm trying to find like what are the best, coolest, easiest ways, you know, for my students to get this done, you know. And that's when I found that out, that, oh, YouTube automatically closed captions and we can do that. So that worked out good.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Sure.
Oh, I just got a question here. Okay, so you're putting this on Amazon.com, I'm assuming? Can
Yes.
you put this on .ca, .uk? Like, how does that work?
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, you can. You can sell your digital products worldwide on Amazon.
So through this process, it goes
through this process.
Like,
yeah, you can. There's one of the steps. You choose where you want to sell your product. So in my examples, I don't know if you noticed in the course, but in my examples, I only chose US and UK, and that was purely because I was just trying to save time and just trying to get through the process. And you know, in everything I teach, I just try to make it as simple as possible so people don't get bogged down on rabbit trails. So I just did mine in US and UK, but then in future courses that I uploaded, I did them worldwide. And yeah, you can make them available.
You choose them all like in that one thing. You don't need to go through the whole process again to do a different country.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
choose them all in that one step. You could just say worldwide, you know, toggle that box that says worldwide, and that covers everything.
And they're going to create a listing for all the Amazons.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, because we have a couple courses that are specifically for Canadians. For Amazon FBA, and yeah, I was thinking like, if I put this on .com, do I have to redo the whole thing for .ca? And if so, that would take a lot of time. So I was thinking like, if there was just an option to choose all of them, that would be really
absolutely
cool.
There is. Yeah.
Cool. We've got about 15 minutes left. There's really not much for me to ask because it's pretty straightforward to me. It's not confusing, and if you guys like our types of videos, it's pretty much the same type of teaching. If you've ever taken one of our courses or watched a tutorial, it's very basic the way Dave teaches, and it's to the point, and they're not long videos either. Each video is quite short. There's a couple longer ones, but it's not like 1 hour each video, or even like 30 minutes each video. They're bite-sized content, which is what I like. And yeah, like I'm at a loss of words because I'm just like, this is such a no-brainer for us that we just need some time right now because we're so busy with videos and all this stuff, and merch right now. We're really like honing in on merch right now, trying to fill up all of our slots. But I just like, as soon as we get a little bit more time, like we're going to be putting like all of our courses on Amazon with this process. And like I said, I met Dave last summer in San Francisco. We chatted, both him, Auret and I, we were chatting for like hours. at one of the restaurants there when we were at the conference, and Dave, like he is a powerhouse when it comes to creating courses online. He knows what he's talking about. He's sold on e-commerce, like you were doing eBay and Amazon. Like you've been on Amazon for a long time, so you know them very well, right?
Yeah, long time. 1999, I think, is when I started on Amazon. It was, believe it or not, I don't know if people know this, but Amazon used to have online auctions just like eBay did.
Whoa. No, I did not know that.
See, one of the first, well, eBay was one of the first big e-commerce companies to hit, right? And they started as an online auction, and then everybody followed suit. Amazon started online auctions. Yahoo started online auctions, believe it or not. And so they were all competing, and eBay just took off with the online auction concept. But then Amazon went a different way, and they said, oh, we notice people like fixed price. It's quick. They don't have to wait for an auction. And they went that way, and man, did they make the right move, right?
Yeah.
So they just blew up because of that, and catch up to Amazon, which I don't think they ever will.
No, it's a different feel. eBay and Amazon are totally different. They're like two different people.
Very different. It's becoming very, very separated now, where eBay is almost strictly, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of sellers that sell commodity type items on eBay, and they do well. There's a lot of people that do really well selling on eBay. But it's very simple. Is this a collectible or high demand item that people are going to fight over? If it is, I sell it on eBay. Or is it a commodity item that you could buy anywhere on Amazon? Really simple.
Yeah.
Like right now, over the last, man, I don't want to give you a wrong number, but I know it's been at least $30,000 over the last 2.5, 3 months. I've done about $30,000 on eBay, just selling a very rare collectible item. Now, that sounds weird because you say very rare and collectible. It's just a weird story where this gentleman in Sweden found these very rare Hot Wheels cars from 1969. I mean, extremely rare. I'm talking unheard of. These cars there were 3 or 4 known to exist in collectors' hands, and the 3 or 4 that were known to exist were loose, out of the package.
Right.
Well, this guy found, let me see if I have one here. He found 9 of these in the package. Now, what makes it rare is it looks very, very plain and very common, right? But what makes it rare is the color. There's only 3 or 4 olive Rolls Royces known to exist in the world, period. This guy found 9 packaged ones.
Where?
At a flea market.
Oh, at a flea market. At
a flea market in Sweden, of all places. He found me online because I have these mechanisms where people can find me, so I can buy their cars. And and these things have been selling for between, the lowest price one was $2,850. The highest price one was $4,958.
Like almost $5,000 is what you're saying.
For one little toy car.
What?
Okay, and I've been selling these on 2 or 3 months, one at a time, grow. And the most recent one I just listed last night about 8:30, and it's already this morning, it's at $1,500. So that's what you use eBay for. You use eBay for the really, it doesn't have to be that rare. That's pretty crazy rare, right?
Yeah.
When a toy car sells for almost as much as a used real car. But to illustrate the point, that's what eBay is perfect at, because now you got people battling it out. I mean, these are only one of 9 that exist in the package. You know what I mean? That are that rare. So there's a lot more to the story, but I just wanted to illustrate. eBay is still amazing for that, and eBay is still amazing. There are a lot of people that have very, very successful businesses, even today, still making hundreds of thousands of dollars on eBay. But they've got their systems down, they've got their product source down, and they've maybe never graduated. And I would say that as somebody who loves eBay, they've maybe never graduated to Amazon FBA, because that's really where the real money is, So
Wow,
But yeah,
that's crazy.
it's been fun. It's been fun selling these and just seeing the excitement,
It
over
is.
these cars.
eBay is fun when you can sell really weird stuff. We used to sell Starbucks gift cards that had
Oh yeah.
a $0 balance. So
Really?
yeah, because they were like collector's cards, like trading
Oh,
cards, like hockey or
right.
basketball or something. They were like because they distribute them in different countries, different ones, right?
Oh,
Each
wow.
country and even different states get different ones, like Hawaii or California or
Wow.
San Francisco, whatever. So I used to work at Starbucks, and this is just a little quick story here. I used to work at Starbucks, and I saved a bunch while working there, just because I thought it was neat to collect them.
Right.
And then my sister also worked at Starbucks, and she had been collecting for like 5 years or something. And then, we both quit, and then we had like hundreds and hundreds of these Starbucks cards.
Oh, wow.
And this is when I was starting Craigslist and eBay, and then
Uh-huh.
I said, hey, I noticed that people buy weird stuff on eBay. Let me list some of these Starbucks cards. So I started listing them, $0 balance. The cards that you see when you go to the cashier,
Right.
those
Yep.
cards, they are collectibles, depending on what kinds of, like those Hot Wheels, there are rare ones and
Right.
all this stuff.
Yep.
And like my best selling card, I think I sold like for $75 US, one card that was,
Wow.
yeah, like it had $0 balance, and these were rare cards that you could only get if you worked there. And yeah, I pretty much like I haven't done anywhere that you have done with Hot Wheels, but with these $0 balance Starbucks cards have made like maybe more than
Well,
$5,000
plus,
maybe.
yeah, plus you got them for free.
Yeah, they're completely free, super small to ship because you put them in an envelope,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
I
like
love that.
the cheapest letter mail. So that was
Yep.
a whole crazy story that I had.
And you sold $5,000 of them?
Yeah, I think even more. Even more. Yeah, I still have some cards. I actually was when we were in San Francisco. We were staying at this boutique hotel, and they had some San Francisco. Like if you see some Starbucks cards with that state, like that city specifically for California, like it's only going to be in San Francisco if it says San Francisco. It's
Right.
not going to be anywhere else.
Right.
So they had these San Francisco ones that were from a couple of years ago. I guess they found them in their stock, and I got like a bunch of them. I still haven't listed them because I'm so busy, but I'm pretty
Wow.
sure I can get like between 10 to 20 per card.
Wow.
And it costs like, I don't know, less than $1 to ship.
Right.
And it's really easy. Like that's more like the fun, like it's more fun
Yeah.
for me to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To sell those knickknacks.
Well, that brings up something else. Like the other day, I went to this local thrift store outlet. It's just a massive distribution center. And man, once you're a picker, you're always a picker. It's hard to get that out of your blood. I'm out there, and I'll tell you what was really happening. What was really happening was I was avoiding doing the work I wanted to do. I needed to do. I was out there just enjoying a morning at the thrift store outlet, finding the coolest stuff, and thinking, oh, I'm going to list this, I'm going to sell this. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
but it's just such a fun thing. When you're a picker, man, you can't get out of your blood. You want to go and find stuff that you can flip, for bigger money, even though you may not have the time anymore.
Yeah.
To do it. I've got so many other higher priority projects. So now I have the stuff here in the office. It's like, okay, I'm just going to list it on local Craigslist or local Facebook groups and have people come pick it up because I don't have the time for it. And there's still, that way to do it, which is super quick and easy. Take a few pictures, put it up, have them come pick it up. That's easy, right? But just the point of sometimes when you're a picker, man, it's hard to divorce yourself from that, and because it's so much fun. I mean, I still have so much fun finding stuff that I can flip.
I know when I found those cards, or if I think it was at Winners the other day, and I was just wanting to get something for myself, but I saw this toy that was like $10, and I was like, I can sell this for $80. Like I was like,
Exactly.
I can't give up a deal sometimes whenever I see it, even though I don't have the time. We're nearing the end here. Got a couple of quick questions here.
Sure.
They said, can I sell the digital projects in multiple languages? I would think, yeah, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can, absolutely. There is a checkbox to mark off which languages it's going to be in, and then it'll allow you to sell it in that language.
Okay, and they said that it would be the exact same contents, but in different languages. And
Yep, you
yeah,
can do that.
so you can do that.
There is a way to do that. Yep.
Okay, cool. Any last words? We have about 5 minutes or so. Any last words to people who are interested in this course? Should they do it? How much is the course? That type of thing.
Yeah, well, I would encourage anybody, if you're an Amazon seller, if you're doing Amazon FBA, or if you're doing merch, I would really encourage you to look into selling digital products on Amazon. It's still part of the Amazon family, but man, the digital product world is so exciting because it's passive income. It just comes in. I mean, when I first started selling my very first ebook, I would get up in the morning and go check my email to see how many sales I made overnight while I slept, you know. And now I still get excited when I see a $97 sale come in, or a $597 sale come in. It's coming in because you've set up this money machine, or this passive income machine, that brings up that income to you. And what I love about digital products is there's no shipping, there's zero shipping. You don't have to invest in inventory. You don't have to private label anything. Your digital product is your private label. And it's unlimited. You can sell as many as you can sell, really. And that's what Amazon allows you to do. So I would really encourage you to check it out. At the very least, check it out, take a look at it, and see if it's something for you, because man, this is what I'm living now. I'm living a lifestyle where I don't have to work, at any given day. The other day I just took a day off because I was just kind of burned out, and was like, oh, I'll take a day off. But the money still keeps coming in, and there's something just really beautiful about that. If you can set that up for your own life, and I know you can. So I would recommend it. I would recommend getting the course. The link will be in the description box below. It's called Hidden Revenue Exposed, because we found a hidden source of revenue on Amazon. We're showing you how to do it. I believe it's $47 still. I don't think we've raised the price yet. So it's a good time to get.
Which is an amazing price, like,
Yeah,
for what you're learning. Like, it's pretty much a steal, in my opinion.
absolutely.
Like, I personally paid for courses that were much higher than that, thousands of dollars.
Yep, so have I.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's what you just said there, where you took a day off yesterday because you felt burnt out. That's actually, like, sometimes that, that when you have your own business, it happens. And the cool thing is that when you set up multiple income streams, and I say this in almost every video that I do, is when you set up multiple income streams, for when you have those days where you're not going to feel like it, because you do have those days, you get burnt out, overworked. It happens to us all the time. Yesterday, we did like a bunch of work filming videos, but then the last portion, I was like, you know what? I'm really not feeling it today. I just kind of want to play a game on my computer and just like relax and just watch a movie. And then I signed into one of my income streams, Merch by Amazon. I was like, oh, cool. We made like nine t-shirt sales today. And like, I didn't even do anything, but I did do the work to set it up. I did the work to set it up to have it flow in, even though you have those days. So that's why we always talk about multiple income streams. It's very important. And you don't want to always have to rely on, okay, I need to do this. If I don't do this, then I don't get anything at all.
Exactly.
You don't want to rely on that. All right. Well, that was it. If you have any more questions that we have not answered, put them in the regular comments below. Don't put them in the live, because YouTube's weird, where after the live ends, in the live chat, they like delete it, which I think is really annoying. And I really hope that they fix that and they leave those comments in there. So put them in the regular comments that are not live, and we'll be able to get to those questions. The link is down below. You guys can check it out. There's more information on the page. It has like all the information listed, and like what you can do and how what is going to be included in the course. So it's 1 p.m. PST. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Dave, for appearing on the show again. I'm sure we'll have you on again, because you have a lot of knowledge to share with everyone, and I love having you on here to share with the Espino family.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.